going to get busy on our trim package again. So today, let's see here, this one or this one? This one. Today is taping and painting and all that good stuff. So I didn't stay up late working on trim. We got a comment already. Let's see what we got. I wonder where my other roll of paper went. That's what I'm worried about. Morning, Steve. This series seems to be going very well. Seems to be quite a bit of interest in it. Let me look for my other roll of paper real quick. What the hell did I do with it? Well, that was interesting. Shit. I do not see it anywhere. How could that hide on me? Oh, crap. Put it there. Ah, shit. Well, we might have to do something else for paper. 'Cause I don't know where the heck it went. I don't know how the hell that can go away. It's a big roll of paper on a PVC tool, bigger than this. I knew it was in my way, so I put it out of the way somewhere, and I can't find it. I hit it on myself. Because this ain't going to be enough paper, I don't think. Oh well, I'll get started anyway. Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, them guys really liked that guy's monocoat airplane. Trying, ooh, you do the best ink lines. Yeah, okay. Monocoat. Okay. I don't know. I just can't get enthused about monocoat. Basically, just like I can't get real enthused about urethane. But this one's going to be urethaned. Or I ought to do a poll to see what you guys think. Should I urethane it or should I dope it? We'll get this painted. Get this painted, see what it looks like, and make a decision, I guess. I run out of paper. I'm gonna have to find that other stuff. Hopefully this goes fast. I hope it goes fast today. A lot of flashing. Gotta make sure to get that off before I do any clearing of any kind. That's going to be in the way. Could have made it a little longer. Shit, I better do that. Otherwise, we're going to have it on the tip. We'll have it in the tip, and then I'll be crying. So I don't want to do that. under. Come on, where'd it go? So far, this is coming out pretty nice, the paint job. I mean, sanding has a little bit left, but do what we gotta do. That's why she's gonna get urethane. Urethane. See, I took it off this side, so that this is the upside. Let's see, it said something here. No, I have not. Thanks, Alan. Nope, there's no spray shine on this yet. You know what's really screwy about this roll of paper I'm looking for? I'll guarantee it's sitting right in front of my face and I cannot see it. Yep, leave everything as status quo so nothing changes. They don't want the judging to change. Did I put it back behind that? I don't think so. I wonder if I put it in here. No, I didn't put it in there. I set it out here. No, I didn't set it out here either. The whole top floor of my house is a model shop. I do not know what the hell I did with it. And I've got to have it. What the fuck? Put it under there. Shit. I want to use that good paper. Well, looks like that's the alternative. Use the good stuff. Well, until I can find find that other roll, I'm gonna have to use my white good stuff. The way it goes. Now I've set that down. Oh, there it is. Have you checked the refrigerator for the paper roll? No? I'll tell you something. I had this Triumph T100, which is a 500cc Triumph twin. And it needed a stator. So I ordered one. It took forever to get because it had to come from England. And I was at a place that I thought, somebody's going to take this from me because they wanted it. It was a pretty expensive piece. And so I hid it on myself. I never found that. I never found that. I hid it. I remember hiding it. I just don't remember where. But why would I hide the paper? I set it somewhere out of the way. It's got to be right in front of my face. Not good. I know there's not much to see right now. I'm just taping up the flap. I'm thinking about that paper. What the did I do with it? It's only about $15 worth. Why would I hide it? Stranger shit has happened. I kept tripping over it. I wanted it out of the way. What the hell did I do with it? You guys remember what I said about red? Make sure you tape up real good for red, because you'll end up with red spray like I did there, which I should have known better on the tail. We'll get that fixed before we go any farther, though. That's good enough. Yeah, let's see how I can possibly get in. Well, it's red, so I better close it up. We don't want to have to fix that. Red has a way of getting everywhere. Maybe above my head. Well, I don't have any high places. It's got to be sitting behind something or in plain sight. Anyway, the biggest tip of the day when painting red is don't leave any open paper furls or whatever, because for some reason, especially red on white, it will find a hole, a pinhole, and go everywhere. Yesterday, the tape job on this was absolutely amazing because I didn't really get any overspray except for where I didn't tape paper at all back there on the leading edge. Back there. So we'll fix that first off today. We'll just shoot some white on there. I'm going to have to shoot some red on this nose ring. We'll get her fixed up. So let's see here. Double tape. I was going to go under for the checkerboards, but I'm going to go over. I don't want to make a major project out of this. We're just going to do that's good enough. Danny reminded me something about my Monado. He said, because I'm going to gold flake this thing too. Danny said, wasn't your Monado a mistake? I said, yeah. And you won the concourse with it? I said, yeah. He said, what happens if you take this thing and put 2 coats of urethane on it and win the concourse with it? I said, I don't know. Because this is a mistake. got mistake paint on it. Just set it back there. That's sandpaper. Yeah, we're gonna be out of paper here. Not on the table. It's gonna drive me crazy. Leave enough to encase the tips. It's got to be in the other room. It has to be. There's just no place here. You might ask yourself, why am I paying such close attention to these tips? That's good. As I've stated, it's red, and if it's got a spot to get under, and we're going to be shooting that direction, it'll get under and get all over everything. Okay. Okay, so we need to, before I get too much farther, I need to put the paint stem back in it. Where's my ball driver? That. Get this out of the way. There's that. That turned out pretty nice. So there's no clear coat on it. Let's see if it weighs 1 ounce right now. It should be close to an ounce. If we did it right. $1.10, just a little overweight. Because all that good wood I had. So how many grams is that? 30. Didn't quite get it light enough. But it's a kid airplane, what do you expect? I ought to spritz that with some red before I put this back together. So we'll do this. Let's see here. I had a gun clean out yesterday, a thorough gun clean out. So we need to do the white on the tail first. And I don't want to put that together until I got red in there. So I'm going to do that white right here at the bench. I need to shoot down onto the overspray I got on there. I don't think I can get it off with alcohol. I think I tried yesterday and it didn't come off. It'll just make a big mess. So we don't need these anymore. We don't need the black for right now. Usually what happens is I'm looking for that paper and I'm looking for it so hard I can't find it. I'll run into it doing when I'm looking for something else. Let's get rid of this transfer tape. Yeah, I gotta do this. Well, if I had a big shop, a big building, I could make a lot of progress, except it'd get crapped up too with all the shit that I got. Get these out of the way of the overspray. George Carlin said it best. You buy a house to keep your stuff in. Get a bigger house, you get more stuff. That's about right. Okay, so we got that. We'll get the white. Except I thinned it down. You see, I don't want to do another clean out before I go to red, so we'll do the white first. It's just a couple of little spots there. Touch up. Get rid of that red overspray. Yeah, shit. Wow. Paper. Come on, paper. Where'd you go? I don't see it. I'd hate to have to buy another batch of that shit just because I can't find it. I have to turn that over and get it from the top too. That got it. That got it. Paper, where'd you go? Okay, let's get the red in it. Sorry, I'm doing everything off camera. I just can't, I either got to make a decision. I either got to let you guys in on everything I do and hold the camera or not do anything. So. And I can't, I'm one guy. I can't do everything. Yeah, we're going to have a problem here. Tape peeling up. That's not good. I have to check this real good before I shoot it. Make sure it's stuck down. Okay. Hopefully we can get away without getting overspray on shit way back there, but I don't know. I'll try. I just need to paint this engine bay real quick. And the nose ring. Engine. It was painted white, but I'd really rather have it all match. I do not know. Shit. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Put this over here. Yeah, it seems like I'm a little disorganized this morning. I am. I did not plan. I needed that paper. I should have looked for it first. Ah, crap. Oh well, carry on. Captain Dave, are you going to super shine the engine and tank compartment? Oh yeah. Spray shine. I was worried about you. I ain't seen you in a couple of days. What do you think of this fire engine red? This is really red. It's the reddest red I've ever seen. Now, I don't want to do that. Too much tape on the paint, so we'll go do it this way. Been trap shooting. Well, this red paint was a mistake that will never be made from Wick's Aircraft. I bought the gallon for 25 bucks, figuring, well, we'll use it somewhere. I opened the can up. I didn't even know what color it was. So what happened was they mixed pigment from urethane into butyrate dope. It's a PT finishing system pigment in Randolph. So you're never going to see that red again. And I go, man, that's really red. So I put it up next to Insignia red, and it makes Insignia red look orange. So you know what? It's got black on the top, but we're gonna do the red. I was gonna put purple on this too until I looked at what does purple and red together look like. It's hideous. Yep. Nope. Never going to have that red again. They had 3 gallons. I only bought one because it was a test. I didn't know what it was going to look like. And when I went back to get the other 2 gallons, it was gone. Of course, a gallon is probably a lifetime supply. Just like the quart of black I bought, that's a lifetime supply. That'll last me the rest of my life. That's why I told you guys, you know, if you're going to go, if you got guys that you build with local and you don't want to invest in the black, which is not really expensive. It's $35 for the quart. But if you're too cheap to spring for $35 and have it set on the shelf for the rest of your life, go in with your friends and split it 3 ways, and you'll have 3 lifetime supplies. You just don't use much black. We're going to have a problem on this trailing edge. I'm going to have to figure something else out. Maybe split it up the center and tuck it back. I should be doing Al Rabe's tinfoil trick. Where's my mount? I should go get a roll of tinfoil. How could I have, oh, there it is. No, how could I have lost that screw? There it is. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. So I wonder if I can do a poll in this thing. Should I urethane it or dope it? I kind of want to urethane it to prove my point because I know it's going to add 4 ounces. Everybody says 1 ounce. I know better. If I dope it, it'll probably be 2 ounces, half the weight. Well, that'd be well and good, except for the guys who have a profit machine to scan it. Don't mix dope. Because Wicks don't have a profit. That's all right. I got a gallon. It'll probably last me a lifetime. You know, it's probably, if I were to paint solid red airplanes, I could probably do 10 with it. Do I have 10 airplanes left in me? I don't know. It depends how fast I build. I don't want to be like Bob Hunt with a 55-gallon of copper. Yeah, we'll just leave this off. We don't need it on there. But I do need to figure a way out. Got a little bit of flashing right there. I do need to figure out how to get that paper to lay down. Let me see if I can do a poll. We're going to do a poll. And we go here. Back to studio, back to video details. There we are. No, cancel. Cannot save till errors are resolved. Okay, okay. So we go here, let's see here, control room, chat, plus, start a poll, question, CLEAR. So it's yes for dope or no for urethane. So if you want to see a urethane finish, vote no. If you want to see a dope finish, vote yes. All right, so we got urethane so far. Get them votes in. It'll be shiny. It'll be oh so shiny. Okay, we need to fix this up here somehow. Oh, let's do the top, then connect them together. It'll be beautiful. See, Dave, there's your black right there. Took a little hit on the shine from spraying back on that, but it'll come back when I clear it. Leak to be sealed. If you guys knew how base coat, clear coat works, you know, some of you do, some of you don't, but I'll tell you right now, the base coat is flat. If you painted your car, black and you wanted a base coat, clear coat it, the black would be flat before they put the clear on. Totally flat. Yeah, this would be a perfect candidate for Al Rabe's tinfoil. Shit. I just want to get these painted first, and then we're going to have another tape out for the tail, so I'll tell you, when I gold leaf these letters, if I use urethane, they'll bury a whole lot nicer than dope. Because on my Monado, on the gold leaf letters, you can feel them because it's dope. And if I go with urethane, I can use real sizing and engine turn them too. If I go with dope, I got to use dope sizing. Of course, I've been told that the sizing would work under the dope, but I ain't buying it, because basically what sizing is water based. It's white glue. And dope being a lacquer, it doesn't like dissimilar products very well. And if it was Aerogloss, definitely not. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to run 5 screens open. Let's go back to StreamYard. I don't know. Yep. Yeah, that machine is called a Profit. And it costs $10,000. And I know where to take it. First off, they can't scan a liquid. They have to scan this, the paint code. They set the machine on the car or the motorcycle, or in this case, the airplane, and it shoots an infrared beam down into the paint and then catches it back up. And the computer does something inside there and spits out a piece of paper. That machine's called a Profit. Sherwin-Williams has it. Any good automotive paint store will have it. It costs $10,000, and Wix ain't got it. And the problem with that too is it's brand specific. So if I took it to Sherwin-Williams and said, here, mix me up a quart of this, they could mix me up a quart of base, but because they don't have the dope binder, they can't mix the dope, and they don't have dope pigments. They have urethane pigments, which this is, but they don't have dope binders. So it'll never happen again. We won't get this red again unless I can convince Scott to make this mistake on purpose. You know, if it catches on, it may become one of their most popular colors. Is lacquer a good paint? Lacquer must be plasticized. You can buy a plasticizer, or you can use 1 drop of castor oil per ounce. If you don't, it'll check. It'll look like a lizard in a year. So what I'm saying is, if you go to this AutoZone and buy Duplicolor, yeah, you can spray your airplane with Duplicolor, which is a lacquer, but in a year or so, it'll start cracking because it doesn't have any flex in it, Flexol. And it alligators up. So painting is a science. It's weird, man. The best thing to do is figure out what system you want to go with, stick with all the materials from that system, and don't deviate. You know, I'm not a chemist. I'm a backyard chemist. I know what it takes to make some of this shit work. But it's best to just to stick with what they figured out. That way, when a mistake happens, you can't go, well, I made a mistake. No. It's like that 3608S crap from DuPont. Does it work? Yeah, it'll thin it, but it will also leave it dull. Especially the new stuff. See, they keep changing the formula on everything because the environmentalist wackos are worried about VOCs in the air or whatever. Global boiling now. You heard that? That's the new trend. We're not in global warming anymore. We're in global boiling, according to the world government. Global boiling. Except I'll tell you what, you live where I came from, this is nothing. They have no clue with what their hottest day on the planet, 120. No, 131 in the shade, I've seen it. That's total nonsense. Death Valley, Salton Sea, low death, you know. low desert in California, very hot. Very hot. Global boiling, yeah, okay. I'm a fair-skinned German. But because of where I came from, my upper body, my arms, I got the farmer tan. You see how light my skin is up here? The minute that sun touches my skin, because of I've been burned so bad before, instant black. I mean, if I stay out in the sun during the summer, I turn black. I do not sunburn, at least not in this minimal Midwest sun. Global boiling, yeah, right, okay. Tell it to Greta Thunberg. How dare you? Pretty simple, that's how. Now there's going to be a problem right there. And if you're one of those people who believe that stuff, I'm sorry, you're wrong. You just have to get over it. You're not going to drag me down with that fantasy. They're going after the wash machines and the dryers, the air conditioners. Give me a break. What do you want us to do? Live in a cave? That's right. Save the bees, save those trees, save the whales, save those snails. George Carlin was a smart dude. I think he played for Nixon at the White House, and he had to watch what he said. But he was funny. Or maybe it was Reagan. I don't know. One of them two. We could figure it out. Could Google it. Which administration did George Carlin perform at? I could be wrong. Could be Carter even. I don't know. Or Clinton. I don't know. One of them guys. It's like Willie Nelson smoking pot on the roof of the White House. No worse than the Hunter situation, I suppose. Let's see. We can't figure out whose crack it is. They really think we're stupid. Of course, unfortunately, most people are. Got no grip on your reality. Yeah, two men can have a baby. Sure, they can. I better stop or I'll be demonetized. So. Not really. Not really. This paint job here, because it was a foamy, had pretty good thinner saturation, meaning that one coat bonded to the other really well. But I don't want to just tape willy-nilly over everything, because what you're asking for there is a paint pull-up. And so far, knock on wood, I haven't had any. No paint pull-ups. Because I've doused everything with thinner so well, it's melting from coat to coat really well. If you don't use the correct amount of thinner, what happens is it dries on top of the coat before it without penetrating down, making that chemical bond. When you lift the tape, it'll pull it right off. So the rule of thumb is when you start, minimum 50% thinner, minimum, and go up from there, 60, 70, 80% thinner. A blending agent is like retarder, shooting retarder. You could probably use retarder as a blender, because retarder is a real hot thinner that dries slow. I think we can get away with this now. Almost ready to paint. I just need to get a wrap of paper around there and finish doing this, and we'll be ready to go. Let me see here. And this looks like it's going to be a good quote. It says here, it's the height of human arrogance to think that after all cosmic fender benders this planet has endured, that we could do anything except to maybe kill ourselves. Exactly correct. Exactly correct. They want to change the weather? Well, you figure out how to turn the sun off, and that would probably cool her down. But Bill Gates is trying to do that by shooting aluminum into the atmosphere, covering this atmospheric meddling. Not good. What do you guys think about the aliens? Now they're trying to discredit the whistleblowers. Well, I'll tell you what, I believe them. And I'll tell you why. Just 100 years ago, let's see, it's 1903, 120 years ago, we were barely operating gas vehicles. We didn't have computers. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have fiber optics. We didn't have titanium. Do you really think in the last 100 years man has made a hundred in the last 100 years man has made a 1,000-year advance without some help from somewhere? I don't know that we got bodies or what they said, biologics. I don't know that, but I'll guarantee they re-engineered something, back-engineered something. And I find that, without help, pretty hard to believe. But it ain't nothing new. They've been here before. Look at the pyramids. They got a rock down there that there's a hole, perfectly machined hole through a rock we can't do today with that precision. And you're telling me they did it with sticks and rocks? I don't think so. Japan trying to build a 1/3 size pyramid started 25 years ago. I think they're going to give up because they ain't 1/3 the size with modern equipment, heavy excavators, and I ain't buying it. You're not going to build a tomb for a king that hasn't been born yet either. I think it was some type of power station. Over my head. We've been taping on this thing an hour and a half. See how long we've been taping? Watch how quick it goes once I get it taped. Well, you got to go with Occam's razor too. The most logical, easiest explanation is the correct one. So, if we didn't know, I mean, it's hard to explain. I just ain't buying what they're selling. As far as the mathematicians can calculate, 180 billion stars, that's right, 180 billion stars are visible to the naked eye under perfect conditions. What is a star? A star is a sun. And around each one of those suns, undoubtedly, are some planets. Now, out of those planets, there's probably it's infinite, gazillion planets out there. There has to be a percentage, even if it's small, that are capable of sustaining life. The thing you got to think about, they're trying to shoot these things down and they think that we're superior to them or whatever. Somebody that can get here from their closest planet, Alpha Centauri, what is it, 30, or is it 3,000 or I can't remember how far it is. It's something 3 light years away. That means traveling at the speed of light. The closest star that's similar to ours, Alpha Centauri. Somebody that could get here, how much farther advanced are they than we are? I don't think the rocks we throw at them are going to do much. I have seen military video of them shooting a missile up, and some type of object shooting a beam out and blowing it up. You have to search for it. You can find it. It had a nuclear warhead on it or whatever, and they just and poof, blew it up. So either we're way, 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 way farther ahead than they're wanting to let us know, or there's somebody else out there. And remember what I said about what they look like. They have to look similar to us. The mode of transportation movement has to be on the bottom. The computing power has to be on the top. And the working power has to be in the middle. They don't have to look exactly like us, but they have to be upright, mobile. Because a dog is not going to be mobile enough to do and to have dexterity to do these things. Unless the singularity is taken over and the AI is doing it all, who knows? Oh yeah. If there isn't, it'd be an awful waste of space. I've said it before, and I don't know. I'm not. Do I believe in a higher power? Yeah, there has to be. We're not the end all. Book of Ezekiel. There's another book that they took out of the Bible for some reason. Chris was telling me about it. I'll have to ask her again exactly what it is, but there's some book they took out of the Bible because it was too controversial, and it talked just like Ezekiel about spacemen. That's right. We're not going to do anything but aggravate them. Then the congressman asked the other day, with all the technology that they have, how could they possibly crash? I wish the congressman would have said, well, shit happens. With all the miles traveled and, machinery fails. Murphy's Law, whatever. How did we catch them? Well, they crashed. We didn't shoot them down. They just crashed by accident. Could have run out of gas or whatever. Who knows? It all started, in my opinion, in Roswell. Look at the technology jump from before Roswell till after Roswell. Something's not right. We're going to have a problem with this, I feel. I hate this. I've got to get this taped up. Start again. I'll leave this on here. Yep, all we're going to do is piss them off. Two hours to tape, 10 minutes to paint. If any of you guys ever seen the movie, I said this before on a show. I think they're traveling because they're talking about a square inside a clear sphere. It sure sounds to me like the movie Contact with Jodie Foster. Them guys sending those plans to build a machine, and the machine never left Earth. It only left Earth in spirit. In order to travel that distance that fast, it's going to have to be a machine similar to that. You know, I just don't believe it's physically possible to travel that fast. But, and I'm not a physicist, I don't see how you could accelerate faster than the speed of light. Warp drive, I guess. Of course, Gene Roddenberry was really ahead of his time. I wonder if he had insight to something. Who was that guy? Carl Sagan. I wonder how much he knew. I think even Stephen Hawking talked something about it. Supposedly he was the most brilliant mind since Einstein, but I find it hard to believe. Some of his ideas were out there. And how do you know they weren't manipulating the computer? The deep state wasn't manipulating the computer to tell you that's what he was thinking. Because he couldn't tell you, the computer had to tell you. Remember, trust no one. Reagan said, trust but verify. I say, trust no one. They're all full of crap. That's why my channel is so different. Because you don't have to trust me, you just have to watch me. I'll show you how I do it. That, and I like making those people that say, you can't do that, look like fools. I can't? Okay, let me know when I'm done. Let's see, I didn't check the pole. We're going to suspend either pearl or gold flake in the clear, either way, just like I did with the Monado. And it's micro flake. It's a 60-40. 60-40 dope. I mean 60-40 urethane. Vote yes for dope and no for urethane. I tell you what, it'll be so shiny, it'll glisten your eyeballs off. I'm kind of leaning towards urethane because if you look here, you can't see it on camera, but if you look here, you can see grain where I didn't fill the grain and block it because this was done in the dark in my Dayton apartment. No excuses, but if I use urethane and block it, it will flatten that all out. It will be gone. I could do it with dope too, but it would take a gallon or two and take some time. Urethane is quick. One coat, block it, and another coat, it's gone. Okay, let's finish this other side. We'll get it on the paint stand. I'll move the cameras, and we'll do the 2-second paint job, and then bring it back and untape it. That's how quick it'll be. Speed being one of light's properties, yeah? Well, that's not exactly correct. According to Einstein, it's energy. So once you go the speed of light, you become energy. Is there ever going to be a transporter? I don't think so. You know why? Because the computer could make a mistake and you come back as a dog turd. If you remember Star Trek, they'd come back inside out and all mushed up. I wouldn't trust my life to a computer. We have got to get away from these computers. You ever notice when you go to the restaurant or whatever, you got two people there, they both got their cell phone out, and they both got their nose in the cell phone. Nobody talking to each other. Put down the cell phone, pay attention. My dad said this would happen. Nah, it won't. Yeah, right. I wish he still was here. He was a smart dude, man. He knew exactly what was going on. He said, you know, he died at 98. They've been pulling this shit all my life, is what he said, since the 30s. The end of the world. And now that the greatest generation is going away, they're making a play on it. Because the atrazine has turned everybody into a bunch of pusses. I did a little research on that atrazine stuff. It's pesticide, fertilizer, whatever. So it's in everything. You notice how everybody's, you look at old pictures from people in the 20s and 30s and 40s, there ain't no fat people. Zero. Now everybody's fat. Supersize me, buddy. They're modifying us into extinction, if that's what they want. Of course, it doesn't make much sense. Once they're the only ones left, who's going to build their shit for them? If you had all the money, what good would money be? Don't make sense. God, this was a tough tape job. Would have been all right if I'd have used tin foil. or at least a lot easier. I got to go out in the back. I forgot and take that tar shit off my roof and take down that roofing paper that the kid put up there. He wanted me to build him a aquarium, terrarium stand. Ain't happening now. Tried to backdoor me into that. Well, let me fix the mistake that I made. Okay, great. Here's the stuff. Oh, by the way, no. Never going to happen now. Never going to happen. If he'd asked me, I'd have said yes. I'm going to tell him that too. If you'd have asked, I'd have said yes. But because you tried to rat hole me, no, it never happening. Take your shit and get out of here. Okay, let me get it on the paint stand and get the cameras moved. Let's see which camera we got to move to. This one, so we'll swap. Okay, so we want to take, I want to go, where's the mouse? Here, we're going to change it to that one. Oh, I got to get the, plug in that other TV in the other room too so I can watch the chats. So we're going to switch to that. We got to turn on, it'll take a minute to get this set up. Turn on the lights. Hit the TV. Maybe she'll come on, maybe she won't. Yeah, that's what I thought. Crap. So I gotta unplug these. Unplug this, unplug that. Plug that in. There we go. Come on, there it is. Plug this one in. Okay. And yep, we got it over here now. So that's that one. Take this camera here, make sure the cord's out of the way so it don't disconnect. See, we already have compressor air. Wish there was a way to do that. Yeah, shit. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got that. Let me take. This is right. 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 I just learned something today from Paint Society I didn't know. But I can't do it because I need a new regulator. But we're going to do it when I'm going to get a regulator before I shoot the clear. Should be able to get by with this. fucking child-proof lids. All this child-proof lids and all this other crap. Remember me telling you the story about when I was a kid sticking a bobby pin in the wall socket because my mother was sticking stuff in there? I don't know, I had to be about 3, 5 years old, whatever. What this is wax and grease remover on this rag. And it went, ooh, hot, yeah. Yeah, no shit. My dad would say that's the law of nature, the law of attrition. If your kid is dumb enough to drink paint thinner, so be it. But that's how them World War II guys were, you know. But you learn pretty quick. Ooh, hot. Yeah, no shit. Dumbass. Once you go faster than light, you become energy. So how would you decode for stop? Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know which camera I'm on. Can you guys hear okay? I'm on this microphone now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Is it clear? If not, I'll switch mics. Okay, all good. All right, Henry, thanks. Okay, we're ready. Yeah. Let's see what it takes. It took 2 hours to tape it. Guaranteed less than 10 minutes to paint. It's kind of sucks. What we got going on here? We got leakage. Leaking out the O-ring there. Remember, tack coat, which is anybody tell me why you do a tack coat first? I ought to leave it pink like that. Look like Paul Walker's pink airplane, except this pink airplane on the second row had paint splotches all over it. All because the paint was faded. This thing's old. But you guys can tell I'm not real happy with how appearance went this year. You gotta have somebody who knows what they're doing judging appearance. Of course, it's all subjective. I don't have the fan running. I gotta open that window and turn the fan on. We're gonna find that paper sometime, though. We're digging around. Yeah. Gonna need a new O-ring for that. Yeah, there's one over on that one. Out of paint. But we're not going to stop, change that O-ring now. We'll just bear through it. We'll do it before the clear so it doesn't make a drip on the clear. That would be a nightmare. Okay, we got that. So it's going to take 3 cups. It's going to take quite a bit of red to make that red. Terrible. Great things are terrible. The tack coat allows the flow coat to stick. Because if you go right to the first coat as a flow coat, it'll run. Because it has nothing to stick to. The paint underneath it is not capable of holding it, holding the paint. Now this will take 3 coats. You take a tack coat and 2 flow coats to make it red like that other red. It's just like Miss Ashley red. This almost looks pink, but Miss Ashley red looks salmon. Figure out how to do these, how to hold these. I didn't think about that. I guess I could use my forceps, grab onto it on the paper. So let's get a tack coat on it and see how that's going to work. Okay, forceps right here. Another pair in there. Hold on to this. Find a place to hang it. Right there. Right. do one flap at a time. I only got one nail to hold it, so. Progress is coming. It'll look good when it's done. Another thing to do, oh, it's dripping. Good thing I didn't have it. That's a finish. Another good thing to do is stand at 45 to the light, to the paint, so you can see where you missed. Why is this thing dripping? Yeah, it's leaking out that seal. Damn. Tighten it up some more, see what happens. Tighten it up till the seal squishes out. That seemed to work. That's good. It needs a new Delron O-ring. Out of paint. I think I filled 3 cups, painting the other. I didn't keep track of coats, so I'm not sure. I think it was 3 cups, which is a lot of paint, actually. The pigment in this is not very dense. I mean, it's kind of like a candy apple color. I think that's why it looks so damn good. I think in this instance, if I'd have painted over silver or gold, it would really take on a different hue. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Move that. Starting to get the peel. I don't want the peel. I want to lay down. The only bad thing about them cheap guns is that the air actuator is right on your little finger, unless my hand is that to be the right side for it. Which is not good, because it turns the air pressure without you realizing it. So, I'll have to wait a minute here. It's not quite ready. I'll let it tack off, flash off, and then come back and hit it again. We'll give you some, there we are. All right, so let's check that. We're going to go to this camera right here. And here I am, a room over. While we're waiting, we'll discuss what you guys want to discuss. So give me some questions and we get the settings and make sure it's working. Audio, check. Yeah, check. So this camera's for this side. You guys couldn't hear me while I was over there. Not very well. Test. So this is the 920. Jack. Jack. Yeah, this is the camera for here. All right. So you got a question to ask me while we're waiting on this paint to dry. Got my little snap-on light so I could inspect inside the wing. Thought I had the lead outs crossed because I took the eyelets out and they slid back and forth in there. They're not captured. And that would be bad. And the reason that would be bad is it would cut through the foam and they would rub against each other, not making free movement. So I had to take this machinist scale and go between the slice. No, you don't get the urethane at wicks. I buy all my paint, my automotive paint, from Sherwin-Williams. And basically because it's the closest, but there was I can't remember Frank's dad's name. He had, or the name of that shop. They had another auto paint store that was better than Sherwin-Williams that carried PPG products, but PPG, Sickens, Sherwin-Williams, Acme, they're all the same, you know. People say, well, Sickens is the best paint because it's used on Mercedes. Well, yes and no. It's okay. What makes it the best is if you have a paint mixing. I just threw a mixing station out of my garage when I came back from Dayton. All that crap left. I had a mixing station for lacquer. Well, first off, the pigments were kind of hardened up, and so the can's top wouldn't turn very well or whatever. I said, take it. So Danny took it to the dump. But I know why I got that from Gary too, because he couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. Any lacquer products, any lacquer mixing station has to be a minimum of 25 years old. They quit using lacquer maybe 30 years ago, 25 or 30 years ago, because there's so much better stuff. Lacquer is the simple stuff to use. It's very forgiving. Dope is the easiest stuff to use because it's really forgiving. You don't need to figure out, do I need a blocker and this, that, and the other? And dope is easy. Trust me. And if you get a repair, you'll be thankful you didn't have urethane on it. And that's the thing that kills you about paint and urethane. Can a urethane airplane be fixed? Yes and no. You have to approach it like you would repair a fender on a car, you know. And a car fender is much different because they're using epoxy catalyzed primer. So on a real aircraft, they use zinc chromate primer, which acts as an etching primer. Then they use a sealer. Then they use epoxy. Of course, I think now they're rolling it on instead of spraying it on, because environmentalist wackos got them after VOC. Except out at sea, they're still spraying. Anyway, you know, I don't understand how they let the few overrun everybody. You know, they're like 2%, and they overrun everybody because they squeal a lot. So we just need to start taking a thump and go, shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. I was watching Congress the other day, and I was watching Ocasio-Cortez. God, this girl is dumber than a board. I mean, just stupid. Absolutely ignorant. But I bet she can make you a daiquiri. dumber than a board. That's right. They get the grease. Well, I think we need to give them the grease, all right. They get greased. I'm sick of it. Well, the wood came in from Bob's your uncle. And he said 4 to 6 pound, and he's exactly right. It's 5 pound. It'll make an airplane. I just don't think we're going to get any more 3.5 pound wood. No, we need to start lumping them, Craig. I've had enough. I watched a video where they're jumping on people's car and they're caving in the the top of the car, and the lady gets out and the guy's sitting there in the passenger seat. Shit. Get out real easy. Go back to the trunk. Get the jack. And start wailing. Shit. Ridiculous. Well, let's see. We got about 5 minutes, and we'll wait 5 more minutes and give it another coat. And then it'll be a 10-minute wait. We'll bring it in here and untape it. So 2 hours to tape, 30 minutes to paint, probably 10, 15 minutes to untape it. I won't get to the gold leaf lettering until I'm gonna peel the stencils off, but I won't get to the gold leaf until everything is done. I'm gonna spray 1 dust coat of clear dope on it so that I can go ahead and ink it and then seal those ink lines. Then I'll put the gold leaf on, and then we'll put our urethane on it. And how I do urethane may not work for you, so do not follow my instructions. It's an old recipe I had from 25 years ago. It seemed to work. I'm hoping that we get by with it again. Sometimes shit happens, you know. I got to go over to Sherman-Williams and get some mixing cups. I don't have any. And urethane it's not an exact science, but follow the directions. If it says 4 to 1, 2 to 1 to 1, make sure that you follow them close. Because if you miss by just a little, if you make it 4 to 2 or 4 to 1.5, it has catastrophic consequences. You get solvent pops and all kind of weird shit. The chemists that designed that stuff were pretty much right on. It's kind of like my molding, aluminum mold or whatever. You have to measure that by weight. You put that on the scale and you keep adding to the gram. It's kind of like mixing a gallon of paint. You got to put the correct amount of pigments in that gallon in order to get the color that you're looking for. Well, it's the same with this DT250, this resin I got, and the same with the casting resin. But this gallon of resin here, yeah, HTR 250. This is 4 to 1. 10% of this, and so it's 100 to 2 or 4 to 1. 3.4 to 1 is what Danny's written. 3.4 to 1. I don't know. I got a book. I'll have to read the you get it in your eye, flush with 15 minutes, and seek medical attention. If you drink it, wash. Let's see, skin ingestion. Do not induce vomiting. Get metal. You drink this, you're screwed. It's stupid. let's see, the hardeners are 934s. This is all epoxy resin here. This makes the propellers, the landing gear, the bell cranks. This is let's see, 106-3. This is the 106-3. Yeah. This is for this. I got a gallon. It looks like a paint can for the aluminum resin that I make the molds out of. It's out in the garage. I didn't bring it in. No need. I'm not using it right now. Let's check the paint. Okay, we'll go here. And I gotta go here for the microphone. Audio. Check. Check. No, it hasn't flashed yet, so it's not really ready. It's not coming off on my finger, but it's still tacky. So we'll give it another 5 minutes. This side is dry. Drier. What happened here? What happened here? Okay. I'm gonna get this flap here. I'll get the flap reddened up. Got to do that other one yet too. Shit. Yep, sound is fine at the paint stand because I redid the microphone. I got a microphone in each room. Okay, there. Still have to do my prop dyno. Damn, this thing's leaking still. What the hell's going on? I'm gonna have to get an O-ring for that. Tighten it up till it mushes the gasket out. Be careful not to let it drip on the... Don't let it drip. Shit. There we go. That's the red I'm looking for. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This side is drying up. Tighten it up so it's still leaking. Yeah, that O-ring is shot. Well, it's red now. Let me tell you how to set your gun. It's supposed to be painting that far away from the surface. The fan should be that big, from thumb to index finger, 6 to 8 inches. And that'll give you the best flow. How's your flow? Linoleum. I don't want to wait forever. We'll just get this going. Yeah, it's drying up. Yeah. Oh, it's got a dirt spot in it. Can't do nothing about it now. You dog run out of damn fuel. Paint. Middle of the fucking screen. Well, that's all right. I'll need to paint flat. Now this red has 10% retarder in it because it's really humid. That's one of the reasons why it's taking longer to dry. And I guess I got it. Yeah, it doesn't need any more on it. So we'll get another forceps, and so I can hang this one working. Nope, can't hang it there. Where am I going to be able to hang this? I can't believe I only got one nail. This is the one that was. I'm gonna have to take that one apart. Man, that's gonna cost me. Let's see. do that. However, can do this. You'll notice that what I'm doing here is I'm getting a hanging spot first before I shoot it. You don't frantically want to be looking for a place to hang it after you paint it. Oh crap, how can I do this? That's not good. Got a long screwdriver. I've got a long screwdriver. Oh, there's glass under that tape. What is that? Okay, that's good. Well, that looks like it'll work. A little sketchy, but give her a whirl, Earl. God, I love that red. Man, I wish I would have bought all 3 gallons. I'd have painted my car that color. Paint a car with a whole gallon. At least my car you could. Yeah, it's a sketchy way to hang it, but I got it. You have to buy 5 foot, huh? Well, how much is 5 foot? Can't be that much. Let's see, you'd have a yardstick, in your case a meter stick, and a foot, and whatever you guys call that, and a couple of 6-inchers. So what's the difference? Yeah, we're going to still paint in here, so I better leave that covered. This turned out nice. I can hardly wait to see what the pattern's going to look like. Got a little bit of dirt right there. We're not going to mess with it. We're going to bury it in clear. 5 foot is 38 divided by whatever. It's about $6 a foot, a little over $6 a foot. $6.40 or something. That's all right. I'll just use I got plastic. I'll cut my plastic up to use it. I mean, but it is a nice ruler. Let's see what the poll says. The poll says well, I hate to tell you, but urethane is losing. I was hoping to get rid of this stuff. This urethane is see, they have done something to this can, to this stuff. Why is that showing that? Like we're way behind. Ah, damn. Damn. Yep. Screwed it up. Shit. Fell on top of a paint can. Isn't that a bitch? Which one is this? The long one or the short one? Hopefully it's on the end. Nope. It's the outboard top, of course. So, but it is the first dust coat, so maybe we can bury it. Damn. Can't win. Dropped it in the dirt. Dropped it in the dirt. We're going to do what painters call pull a rabbit. See if we can't float that and make it work. Let's see here. This is this side. I guess we could get a piece of wire. This 1/8-inch wire. Are we on real time still? Because I don't know what happened there. Oh, wait a minute. It's like YouTube is way behind this thing. Let me check this here. YouTube. SIG MAGNUM. Okay, let's see how far behind we're lagging. Okay, I'm standing over here now. Hurry up. Yeah, it's not too far behind, but the studio is way behind. I mean, it's just now. Let's go here. Let's get in studio again. See, we can't refresh it. YouTube Studio. Now we're running studio twice. Content. Live. We want to go in the studio. Yeah. And let's shut that one off. All right, looks like we're back to where we need to be. Drop in the dirt, polyurethane, and make it shiny. Yeah. Clear finish, yes for dope. I don't know if you guys can change your votes or whatever, but dope don't look like urethane, that's for sure. I've got another idea how to hold this thing because I only got one nail here. So what I'm doing is I'm opening up the paper and we're going to put an 1/8 inch piece of piano wire in where the horn goes. Can't believe that screwdriver gave out. Come on, don't give me any hassle. I think I can bury all this mistake in paint, I hope. Otherwise, gonna have to wait and sand it and redo it. Oh, this is that one. Yep. We got a sure holder now, though. That will not happen again. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Stupid. Now we'll set this under here. Can't think of everything, I guess. Okay, you guys understand that we're going to finish this thing with clear dope and not urethane. That means mucho more weight or much more paint. Yeah, to the end here. Okay, let's see if it'll bury. There's one saving grace on this mistake. It's right where the checkerboards go. So the two blacks will hide that. Or I could wait and sand it and hit it again, which I might do because it's. Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to do. The correct thing to do, unless it. I don't know. I might wait for it to dry, sand it, and hit it again. Just delays the paint job another day. Of course, we're going to be painting red on the tail, so it ain't like I'm not going to use red again. Let's see what this says here. So you guys know the answer yes was for dope and no was for urethane. It's almost ready to start untaping. Pretty close. 5 minutes, 10 minutes more maybe. We'll take the paper off of it. Still got this problem flap. What a bitch. Endless mistakes. And we got a layup for Wix, USA, Stunt hanger. And any graphic I might want to do on the rudder. I don't know what I want to do back there. Could add a blue bar with red and white stripes back there, I guess. Got to have something patriotic on it. If I don't know, I don't have any blue anywhere else on it. I'll tell you what, this wing here came out real nice. Real nice. See how this flap turned out. Kind of one blemish in it. I'm not going to worry about it. Nah, I'm not going to advertise them. The Pampa Pumpers. I wonder why the chat rate is only 1. 148 views. Average duration was 17 minutes 56 seconds. The chat rate is 1. We got 24 viewers viewing right now and only 21 likes. How come everybody hasn't hit the thumbs up button? Hit the thumbs up button. And we got 22. Yeah, hit the like button. Super chats, likes, chat engagement, the comments after the video's over, that's engagement. That all goes for metrics. You know, I noticed that we're really doing well as far as subscriber count. You know, I was begging to hit 4,000. Well, since we've hit 4,000, we've, you know, I needed 10, I think. We've doubled that. I got 4,020 now. So this is what helps the channel grow. The likes, the subscribes, the super chats, the engagement. Just gave me a like. Well, we got 25 likes and 24 viewers, so that's good. Thank you, little RC. Are you the one who's building another plastic model over there in England, making it an RC airplane? I can't remember what it was, mosquito or something. I want, you're doing a new one. I just watched your latest one. No, okay. Well, there's a guy in England that is taking like Revell plastic or monogram plastic models and turning them into RC airplanes. I got to tell you, they will not fly. Give it up. They will not fly. Quit wasting your time. Build a balsa airplane. The plastic model is too heavy. It's out of proportion. It will not fly. Doesn't have enough lift. Of course, you put power to anything, it'll fly. Put power to a rock, it'll fly. Actually, that did flow out. I think one more coat and it'll be gone. Yep, I won't have to monkey with it. So that's a good paint. It did flow out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a ring there. The checkerboard goes right here, so it'll be fine. How about the end here? Yeah, the end will be fine. Yeah, you can't see it on the video, so. You know, I'm wearing these glasses that magnify things 300%. So anything I can see with my, I don't know how them guys, you know, I went over my airplane with these glasses on and fixed every mistake, and they don't have glasses on. But they went, "Ooh, look at that!" It's because it didn't have spray shine on it. That is aggravating. Some of them airplanes were sanded with a rock or rubbed on the street, but they were shiny. That's another reason why I think I really want to use spray shine on this, just to show them, because this airplane is a hack. We're out of paint. Okay, that'll have to do. I think this is going to flow out okay. That's some good paint. It lays down nice. Of course, I got the retarder in it, so you live in upstate New York. 27 likes and 23 viewers. So there we go. That's the way it's supposed to look. I really don't want to take this off the stand until I can set it on my pad. So I suppose we could start on taping it right here. But I need to find a place for this to go. Okay, I have moved my flap into another room. We'll start on taping this bad boy, because I think that's all the red I want to put on it. Got to keep it down to a dull roar. I don't want to put a gallon of paint on it. Rip, rip, rip. Thank you. I remember Christmas as a kid. Just rip through that. Thank you, thank you. Still think this thing needs some yellow on it somewhere. right there too. Have to clean the gun and hit that little spot right there with some white. We don't want somebody to go, ooh, what are you gonna do about that? We ain't gonna do shit. It's already done. Because I'm going to have a silver spinner on this, I thought about painting a silver band very similar to the MC72, but with no gold. You know, we'll do it with silver. That way the spinner will match the airplane. We'll put a silver spear on it when I do the icing boots. Shit, we still got a day's worth of ink work to do. We got all kind of shit to do yet. After this one comes a Thunderbolt. We'll get that finished up. Do the checks on it yet. And there's a lot left to do. It'll be fine. We missed that spot with white too, right there. Shit. Of course, I guess I could do the tips in red. Yeah, we'll have to see. Have to see about that. The paint job is evolving. I'm gonna have to go out in the car and get my bottles, cases of water. Well, I got one bottle left in the refrigerator. Need to fix that too. Okay, where's the knife? flashing left on it. There it is. There it is. Yep, it's ready. I guess we're going flying tomorrow, according to the group chat. So I'll have to take a half a day off. I'm working on this. I'll fly my Junar. Get back in the groove with that airplane so I can halfway do decent at FCM. That's like putting an old pair of shoes on it. That's what this should be. Like an old pair of shoes, because we're using the Super Tiger, and it's a pretty well known, worked out airplane. Fix that too. I don't like that. Everybody quit chatting. Okay, quit talking. Hopefully yeah, let's just. Okay, all the tape's off of it. Now we need getting some lunch, huh? Yeah, well, about time for me to get some lunch too. We'll get these letters unmasked, and no, I think I'll wait till after lunch to unmask the letters. I gotta be able to put my hands on it to pick them off. I wonder what flap this is. I hope that it's the outboard, but I think it's the inboard. Yep. So that mistake is on top, outside, front, and center. So we're either going to have to sand it or cover it up. I bet it's going to end up being a sand job. Sand and re-white and repaint. Can't win. It's the way it goes. Don't get excited. It's only paint. I can't remember which color combination. Oh, it was yellow and purple. No, was it yellow? Yeah, it was yellow and purple check. Man, that was hideous. It looked terrible. Glad I tested it out before I painted it on. No good. You want to test something like that, Google is your friend. You can go on there and, say, show me yellow and purple checkerboards. And it'll pull up a couple hundred combinations. Now, Walt Praise Indian Summer was yellow, orange, purple, and black. And I don't know, wasn't that great, the color combinations, but I just know I want to get this airplane done by end of the month so I can take it to FCM. Whatever it's going to take to get that done is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Beautiful. Let's get on this. Let me do this. I'm going to do this poll one more time so it's clear. Start a poll. All right. Let's see here. Type something in chat. Chat. The weight currently is at 58 ounces, or let's say 59 ounces. It's got to have clear on it either way. The urethane would hide some of the buggers on this thing, a lot of the buggers. And it would give me an opportunity to prove that it doesn't weigh 1 ounce. That turned out good. That turned out good. Let's see what happened to that other flap. Let's see what this flap turned out like. Yeah, right on the top. And no, damn, the checkerboards don't go through. I got to refinish this flap. This will be done tomorrow. I'll have to wait till tomorrow and sand that out. Shoot it again. At least one side. Isn't that a bummer? Of course, see, wicks. I guess the wicks could go over it. I don't know. I don't know. Anybody remember Al Rabe talking about his 3-ounce flaps? Shit. Holy crap, 3 ounce. They're 3 ounces. There's some big problem. Let's see if we can attack this from this side. These letters will be gold leaf with black outline, hand striped black outline. Yeah, I can't hand stripe it either if I don't use urethane, because one shot is an enamel and the urethane will attack, or the dope will attack the enamel. So I got to urethane this one if I want to do it the way I want to do it. No, we're not doing that. That's Mickey Mouse. I mean, I do have my dignity, I think. Get off my thumb. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to get this all done, painted, the base painted. We'll put it all together, put it on the scale. If it's within reason, I'll urethane it. If it's not, it'll be dope clear. But I have to discern that before I do these letters. Because I can't paint dope over one shot. One shot's enamel and dope's a lacquer, it's not compatible. Get a chance to use my liners and all that stuff if I do this the way it's supposed to be done. I bought all that sign painting equipment and haven't used it once. Hey, it's some practice sign. I did paint a sign for a shop. I need to explore that around here, do some window painting or whatever. I've just been trying to get my groove on, trying to get my act together. That don't look bad. What do you guys think? Silver or gold leaf? Or copper? I got it all. Silver, gold, copper, variegated. I got some 24 karat we'll put on it if we're going to engine turn it. And yes, we'll do that as a live stream. The correct way to gold leaf. But look for it to be a long, boring video because once I brush on the sizing, it'll take at least a half hour for that to dry. It'll take me at least a half hour to lay the leaf and a few minutes to clean it off. we're going to urethane this because there's some spots here that'll cover with urethane but won't cover with dope. And I'll be able to use my one-shot paint. Sorry for you guys who voted against it, but I've made an executive decision. I figured you guys would be all up for urethane. There we go. It's everything taken off. Gonna have to fix that flap or else it'll drive me fruit, so I'm not gonna untape that or worry about that. I guess we'll end the stream and I'll go get something to eat and think about this. I need to think about what I'm gonna do back here to carry on the pattern. What I figured is I'd figure something with this and we'd have the paint dripping off and scallops off the leading edge of this and then a couple of stripes behind it or whatever. I don't know. I need to, there's a dot right there. It needs to be touched up and a dot right there. I'm going to straighten this line out here where I miscalculated the turn. We're going to shadow the canopy with a black drop shadow. Of course, gold leaf letters, silver. We'll work on that next, I guess. A silver de-icing boot where this yellow tape is right here. Of course, the panel lines, the checkerboards. It needs a USA here or a number 44 or got to touch this up right here where I kind of went light on the white. It's like a never-ending thing. Just keep piling it on there. We'll have to get a weight and see where we're at. Why is the monetization off on this thing? I turned it on. All right, maybe they didn't like me. All right, guys, make sure to hit the like button before we go. I'll be back in an hour or so. We'll think about all this, what I want to do. Maybe by then I'll have that'll be dry and I'll sand that out and shoot it again. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.